Hello.
You, your wife, and Mr. McDonald over there are all having a good old time. You've recently finished up colonizing a planet. You're flying into
Yay.
this space station. Your reward for colonizing helping start a basic cheap colony given the most basic of equipment is a free ship for you guys to choose, mix, match, and pick.
It's like a
Um,
pick and mix, but for a ship.
Yeah, you're currently on a shuttle with, like your wife, McDonald, and, because they happened to be in the area, the Imperial fleet was docked here, and Admiral Dreyer is on the shuttle with you to congratulate the heroic colonists.
um, uh, so we're on the shuttle. We've just
Mm-hmm.
landed.
Yeah, the doors open, and you step
Um,
into a
is
large hangar room.
is the Admiral on the ship with us?
Now he's waiting just off the ship.
I'll walk down the plank. Well, not plank, but the uh, the bay door. I'll walk down it. I'll salute the Admiral.
He
Um,
salutes you guys back as the successful colonists and goes,
uh,
right, here to claim your rewards.
yes, sir.
We've got a few designs of ship for you to pick from. There's the classic sort of little frigate over there. Or there's some smaller ships like that. And he begins gesturing to a few ships. You have a choice. There's a pretty large looking frigate-like ship.
Yeah.
It's the biggest one there, and it kind of resembles the CR-90.
I'm gonna open a tab now just so I can start typing in terms as you're saying them. Me not as good with Star Wars names offhand.
There's another ship that kind of looks like a blue train, but larger, and with two carts behind it.
It sounds like music coming from it.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a few fighters that are docked. They look relatively small. They're kind of sleek white with like a little domed area for the pilot to see out of. And there are a few small like shuttles which are a bit bigger than the fighters and stuff. They come in like a variety of colors and sizes. Um, what would you like to pick?
I tend to Mrs. Cider, and I say,
Forgot that name.
so which do you like the look of, dearest?
Off in the
Uh,
distance. Do 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 do.
I'm not really sure. That one looks nice, and she gestures to one that sort of looks like it kind of looks like a bee, like a
A
big
bee.
metal bee. Hmm.
Interesting.
Oh no, Joseph, you're gonna get like PTSD from space bees.
Hmm. Uh, Ronald chimes in with,
I turn to him there.
"I like this
You
one,"
turn to the clown. You don't know
and
why there's a clown.
he's just ran up to the one that looks like a train and is like a big blue train and is pointing at that one.
What color is the frigate one? The one that looks a little bit like the CR-90.
That one is black. It's streamlined in design. Uh, It looks pretty nice. All of them seem to be like gutted though, they just seem to be the frames of ships.
Ah, so our reward was to go to a junkyard. How generous.
The train-looking one
Mm-hmm.
that Ronald picked out.
Mm-hmm.
How big is that one?
It's quite big. It's probably one of the larger ones there.
Is it larger or smaller or the same size roughly as the CR91?
It's about the same.
What about the one that looks like a bee?
That one is a little bit bigger. Not too much bigger though. It
What,
looks pretty good.
what colour is it?
That one is cream.
Oh, that's gonna stain with all those space bugs you're gonna fly into.
But the Admiral does say, when the engines fire, it looks like it's got bee stripes.
Interesting. I asked the Admiral which one you would recommend.
He says it's just a frame, like, just depends on like sort of the size you're going for. So he doesn't have a particular choice.
Well, I definitely vote for the totally not Thomas. That what would strike more fear in your enemies than that?
I mean, I know the one that I personally would go for.
Which one would you personally go for, out of curiosity?
It's the Star Wars one, but that
There
would
is
mean
one that looks vaguely like the Millennium Falcon.
Ooh. Now I'm really tempted. I'll ask the Admiral about the one that looks like the Millennium Falcon a bit. What about that one?
Just it's like a decent size, I guess. Just, I don't know, you guys pick.
Honestly, can I be honest about something in terms of Star Wars? I've always hated the Millennium Falcon in terms of I feel like it would be an awful ship to fly. It's just so fucking wide. Like
It is a wide boy.
people complain about like driving big trucks and things about how wide they are. Imagine that times like 30. Yes, we're just going to try and get through this asteroid field. Oh, there's an asteroid we've hit. Oh, there's another asteroid we've hit. We can't actually dodge the asteroids because this ship is so wide. Like, I like the aesthetic look of it and everything, like a lot of Star Wars stuff. But as a ship, it just feels so bad.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure a lot of people would hate me for saying.
So are you going for the what's your vote going towards?
Well, my vote's
Oh
obviously
no.
the Thomas, but it's
I'm
So
really cool.
what are you going for, Lawrence?
I'll go for the Millennium Falcon looking one.
yeah. Knew that was gonna
Okay.
happen.
You've all disagreed. You're all gonna try and make charisma persuasion checks on each other to see who gets the ultimate say in the matter. Lawrence, make a persuasion check.
Also, you need to. You've only given me visual permission, Joseph. You need to add to the can edit.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've done that with
I
advantage.
think I think you've still won though, even without advantage.
Hang on.
What the fuck?
Ronald knows what's up.
What the fuck? With the 2 nat 20s. The first 2 rolls are nat 20s. What is this
Yeah, but
witchcraft?
Your wife has no... Like, she's out of this race quick. But yes, you've all come to an understanding that the Thomas the Tank Engine ship picked out by Ronald is clearly the best ship in terms of design.
What we'll do, Lawrence, I'll make you a deal. Later on, when we're building more of a fleet, we'll come back and we'll get the Millennium Falcon.
Don't worry about it. We'll go with Thomas.
Oh.
Right.
I'll walk over to the Admiral and I'll say, we'll take War Thomas.
He looks back
This
at you
is-
like, are you sure? Really?
He goes, excellent. Okay, and that one does have a little special little issue. And he goes and he brings you all over to it.
Say,
The music gets louder as you get closer.
Mm-hmm. He opens the door to the ship. The ship is mostly barren. Seems to be like... It also seems to have most of its panels open as if awaiting for like various components and systems to be like quickly like put in place. But he takes you to sort of where the sort of cockpit of the ship would be. It's sort of a command center room.
Yeah.
At roughly where the engine would be if this was a steam train. And in that room you see, Andrew, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'll give Lawrence the same thing that I said to you. Lawrence, have you seen Avengers Age of Ultron?
yeah.
So you know the scene where everyone's having their wonderful victory, yeah, everything's great, and then Ultron appears as the mangled, broken robot when he introduces himself
Yeah.
to them? Imagine basically that is sitting in the captain chair. A just falling apart robot that looks like it's been put together with just whatever can be grabbed.
Okay.
It also has actual human teeth, as with the picture I've used in my character portrait. Ooh, I can post it in the... Oh my god, I just saw the Jojo and then the scary Ronald. There, if you have a nice look at the general chat, you'll see what a glorious thing awaits you.
Fun. I'll prod you lightly and I'll say, are you okay?
Intruders on the ship! Intruders! Who are you? Get off!
No,
Thief! Intruders!
This is your new owner, the Admiral insists.
He suddenly the robot starts jerking to life, looks at the Admiral. Head thief.
Yeah, this one, I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna sell this one at a discount. The robot on it's a bit cuckoo. It thinks it's been stolen, but, you know, it's just another little robot.
Can you imagine right now if Lawrence said, okay, we'll not have this ship, and left?
Okay, bye.
Ronald's
okay.
even more... unfortunately for you, Ronald's too persuasive.
No,
Too insistent that you keep the ship.
I was joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you like get close at this robot, it looks so ramshackled. It almost looks like a slight breeze would make it fall apart.
I'll say to the Admiral, yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to handle him. It's the
Very well.
robot.
Okay, now you four. What would you like to have on your ship? We have all manner of upgrades and improvements that we can make to this hunk of junk. What would you like? There's about enough room for 10 standard issue gun emplacements on it. So you can have some laser beams, laser blasts, some missiles, some regular autocannons, some ion cannons, and that's it. Those are sort of your options for weapons. And what would you
Right,
like the hull reinforced with? We can turn this thing into a solar sailor for you guys. A crystalline stealth vessel. We can reinforce it with wood, iron, steel, and that's the highest quality we can reinforce at this shipyard.
The thought of reinforced with wood using a solar sail. I mean, to be fair, that's not too dissimilar from the thing that's actually pictured on Roll20. Now that I'm laughing at it.
Well, it kind of gives this sort of like treasure planet sort of vibes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh yeah. I need to move you guys over to the picture station you're at.
Oh, the solar sail is gone. What? Why is it? That picture both looks good and evil at the same time. Is that just me?
That's because it is.
Okay, sure. Well, I'll leave it up to the person in charge of the ballistics to pick when it comes to guns. What do you think, Mr. Gunman?
Would you like a little... first off, just pick what kind of reinforcement you'd want on the ship. Like, anywhere from steel to cloth.
Well, we definitely don't want cloth.
Steel if possible.
Okay. It's just... We do have a budget set out for you. So, like, a heavy investment this early means that you can't buy cooler stuff later.
What were the metal ones again? Was it iron and steel?
Iron and steel are the only ones that we can reinforce. There are better, like, materials out there, but they're a bit expensive.
I would say go with iron for the moment.
Yes, we'll go with...
Yeah,
iron. We'll go with iron.
Very well. We'll reinforce your ship with iron. Now, what kind of weapons would you like? Again, we have 10 standard gun emplacements that can be fitted to this. Beam weapons are incredibly powerful, but are completely nullified by shields. Laser blast can't make it through shields, but do destroy one layer of them. Missiles and slugs ignore shields. Ion disrupts systems and shields.
Can we get
what size of these weapons would you like? The tiniest size of them takes up 1 standard gun emplacement. Small takes up 2. Medium 4. Large 8. And huge is 16, but you can't afford one on this ship.
How many emplacements do I have?
We have 10.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
Which means, in theory, you can have 10 tiny weapons.
And if animate objects taught us anything, 10 tiny is better than 1 big.
How much would medium-sized ones cost us?
They'd take up a chunkier budget. And they take up 4 of your slots to fit a medium cannon on.
So 4 slots for 1 medium cannon.
Yeah. You could have that as your main weapon, and then have some smaller ones.
So, can we have um one main beam weapon, so medium-sized beam weapon.
You would like one medium beam.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what's below medium?
That would be small, sir.
Small. And I presume they take up 2 slots.
Small take up 2, yes.
Can we have so ion cannons?
And which you would
What
like
do
a
they do?
ion
What do they do?
cannons disable ship systems and and they can also they're very effective at destroying shields. Ion cannons some weapons only come in certain classifications of size, however. For example, missiles only come in medium or larger, because you can't really make a smaller missile than that.
Okay.
Also, we can't really fire bullets that are like so big, so they only go up to a certain size. But they start at the smallest.
We have sellotaped a gun to the side of your ship.
So we've got one medium.
He is making note. He's like taking out a clip pad and making notes and adding stuff to the design.
So can we have two small size ion cannons next to the laser cannon?
Ion don't come in small. They start at medium.
Right. What about pulse lasers? The pulse laser ones?
The laser blasts start at tiny
Yeah.
and go up to very, very big.
And they destroy one layer of shielding,
Shields,
right?
Yes. Yes.
How effective are they at non-shield?
Not
destruction?
bad. They hit decently hard. They do about the same damage as the laser beam, but in a smaller area.
The beam, does that go across?
It's a beam, so it's a slicing weapon.
Okay, so that would cause damage to multiple rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Can we have three laser blasts on the side with the laser cutter?
And you want 3, the smallest size?
No, just the one. So medium takes up 4 seconds,
Small
right?
takes up 2, and tiny takes up 1.
Right, so I want 3 laser blasts on the same side as the laser beam.
And what size of laser blast?
Small.
Small. Okay. And that's all of your ship slots.
No, that's... Wait.
Small ones take up 2 slots.
I thought it was 10 per side, but no, I've
It's
mistaken.
10 on the whole ship.
Right, okay. No, can I trade out one of the laser blasts for...
Also, what do you want about sides? This is like ships have firing arcs that are just good enough to hit anywhere. It's all streamlined down the ship's bow.
Yeah, ignore me. I'm thinking,
Except on that awful squid ship that we did in my campaign, which was like, haha, we have a gun. Ha ha, the gun can't hit shit.
Well, canonically to this time, all Nautiloid ships are basically defunct ancient relics, which is why all of this stuff is garbage.
Yeah, I'll go one medium beam weapon, 2 laser blasts in size small,
Okay,
and
so you have 2 more slots left.
what were the other options that come in small?
The other ones that come in small, there's like slugs, which are just like normal bullets. And that's basically it. There is another one, but it's too expensive to fit to your ship. Or I guess you could... He does offer this then. You could choose to have no other weapons and only have one tiny antimatter gun.
What do antimatter guns do?
They're just high damage, but at that level they're incredibly low damage compared to having like several laser blasts.
Yeah, we'll just have 3 laser blasts then.
Tiny ones.
Small.
Oh, you'll just have 3 small, okay, instead of 2
And-
small. Got it, that's all your ship's
Yeah.
slots then.
Yeah.
1 medium laser beam and 3 small laser blasts.
Yeah.
And your
Is it... Yeah.
Now, how many layers of shielding would you like us to apply to your ship?
What left have we got to
Yeah,
decide on the ship?
What's would budget
you
looking
have-
like?
You
what's
have
it
shielding and targeting computer.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
how's our budget looking though?
You could afford to put 3 layers of shields, or you could buy a basic targeting computer, or like 2 layers of shields, and a cheap one, and a cheap targeting computer. That's sort of what you've got left. Or you could save some money and buy a cheap one and only 1 layer of shields. Or you could go straight for an advanced targeting computer and no shields.
I mean, it feels handy to have both. Targeting seems very helpful. Also, shields are helpful.
Yeah. What do you think, Robert and Ronald and
Well,
dearest wife?
I think that going for like 2 shields and an okay targeting thing sounds like a good idea.
Your wife
Well,
agrees, and
well,
Ronald
yeah.
has no opinion. He is too busy staring at a light that's blinking on the ship that kind of looks like Thomas's face.
We'll do that then.
So you're going for 2 shields. And you're going for a cheap targeting computer. Very well. We'll get all those fitted. Why don't you two sort of mingle around the station for a day while we start upgrading, repairing your ship, getting it all ship shape, as it were. We can even paint it a new color if you want.
How about navy grey? No.
Oh.
Ocean grey.
Oh yes, sorry, I almost forgot. What kind of engine would you like? there's three choices: conventional, there's Magitech if any of you can cast spells, or there's psionic. Also, are any of you psionic?
I'm totally losing it right now, Oz. Alright, your ship's ready, off you go! Something's not right here, I don't know what it is.
Okay, I am not magic, and 1 minute whilst I try and think somebody to death.
You try,
Nope,
you
hasn't worked.
try and kill the Ronald McDonald. It sadly doesn't work.
Your wife speaks up and says, the magic engine sounds pretty good. I'd want that.
Yeah, doesn't it require spells to,
Yeah, but I can do that.
if you'd be willing to, dearest.
See, that sounds like he literally just found out she knows how to do magic. It's like, we've been married for how long? You can do magic? Yeah, I've always been able to do magic.
Well, yeah. I was an engineer on an old ship. Remember?
Yes, sorry about that. You know how I am.
Oh,
Bit-
yes.
bit
That's why I
things.
love you.
I'm guessing there's no hamster engines here. They're too advanced.
They'd be classed as, like, conventional.
Yeah.
We'll take the Magitech engine then, please.
And he says, right. And do you guys want any, like, specialized thrusters or anything?
What kind of specialized thrusters do you have?
There's, like, ion... we have, like... There's, like, chemical... or there's, like... They're pretty much the ones you can afford, basically. Ion is better than chemical.
Yeah, we'll
What's the
take Ion.
difference?
It's just faster
Ion's-
sublight. It's faster sublight speeds, basically.
Yeah, ions accelerate constantly over time, whereas chemical, you get a quick burn, but then can run out of fuel later on.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, Ion sounds better.
So you'll
Yeah.
you'll start off a bit slower, but as time goes on, you'll get faster.
I don't know if you've seen the film The Martian.
I don't know.
And our spool times are real low.
Because that's the kind of engine they use in on the spaceship that they're using in that. Anyway.
Well, yeah, that's all. That's basically all the major decisions that need done with the ship, other than, like, you know, cup holder positions and the like. We'll start. And do you have a particular color you want the ship painted, or?
Can we have the outside of the ship painted sort of like a red colour?
So you've went from grey to red.
And it was originally blue, but
Yeah, it's
yeah, sure, they
blue.
can give it a.
Who's red? Not Percy? No.
We'll give it a red paint job. So yeah, he gestures to a large set of double doors, food courts that way, and the shopping district's also over there. If you guys wanna.
Also,
Do you
can
think?
we have sort of like a white box on the side
James.
for the ship's name to go in?
Yeah. I was gonna call you guys like later to get the name of the ship, but sure, I suppose we can do it now. What would you like to call the ship?
Attend to everyone else. Any ideas?
Ronald says Mick Wonalds.
Oh no, it's the anime equivalent. Whack one olds.
Yeah. Your wife suggests the Persephone is a possible name.
Okay.
And the robot has no input. He has a name, he does not care for names. Humans name things.
I suggest the Rouge Giant.
The ship is named the
Rouge Giant.
RXT-563. That is its name.
The RXT-563. Very well. All of you roll charisma persuasion checks to see who gets to pick the ship's name.
Good God, I hope I get a 1. Please get a 1. Oh my God, I've got 2 points in charisma. Why?
First, Lawrence's wife. Persuasion.
I've not even filled in what I'm proficient with. Oh God, the Ronald's back.
Then Ronald coming in with that.
Looks like we're not having Rouge Giant.
Yes. Very persuasive with the actual barcode name of the ship.
Ronald will defer to your wife on this one and call it the Persephone.
Yeah, I turn to the Admiral and say, the Persephone.
Very well, we'll have that painted right on.
What a monstrosity.
A red Thomas the Tank Engine looking ship called the Persephone.
Also, I've done a Google. The red train is called James.
Amazing. Vital to know that. He then gestures to a set of like sliding double doors. Would you like to make your way that way? To sort of the leisure district?
I'll give him a salute and start walking in that direction.
He nods and begins like calling people to get them ordering. And he also tells the robot AI, go with them so you get used to them.
Begrudgingly he follows because he has to obey orders.
I'll say to the robot, so what is your title, your what's it called?
My production code?
Yes, your production code. There we go.
That is, are you okay?
Oh, are you okay?
Welcome to the Galactic Shopping
what was I?
Mall. There's
Sorry, what
anything
was
you
I?
guys could want, just lurking in a store.
I say to the robot, just in, and I extend my hand in a gesture.
It looks at your extended hand, and that is all. And then it like looks back at you, and then looks at the hand, and then looks back at you again.
Lawrence's wife approaches and will henceforth never be called that, and introduces herself as Amer.
Yes, I'll retract my hand and
Just very awkwardly.
say,
And
how about we go and enjoy ourselves?
then Ronald slings his arm over the robot and says, "Ah, friend!"
Ah, yes! The performer that I hired to help the crew.
Yes.
Yes, I was wondering why you were here.
You got in the ship here, and there was already a clown. Like, bit weird, but It's not the weird... Well, it's close to the weirdest thing I've seen.
But yes, where would you like to go? You're in a bustling shopping mall. There's lights flashing, people flying about.
I wonder where I could go and sell all of this stuff so I can get some more modern stuff.
Would you like to check out the store map?
Yeah.
There seems to be like a basic equipment shop that you might be able to offload some of that onto. But it doesn't seem like this is a very sell your stuff kind of place. It's more of a buy kind of place.
Yeah.
As if you were in an actual modern, like...
You're in the Space Metro Center.
You're in the Space Metro
Yeah.
Center, not the Space Black Market.
Yeah.
Then again, you can look around for like, you know, some like an actual market if you want.
Yeah, there might be a
Yeah.
cash converters.
I'll do that then.
The map does say that there is a market. It's about a floor down or so.
I'll go there.
Yeah, you spend roll a survival check real quick.
Oh god, survival. One minute whilst I try and work out my character sheet. There we go, I'm dead.
Yeah, you get completely lost on this floor trying to look for an escalator. What would the robot like to do?
I am literally going to stay the regulation 5 feet within distance of these people. My orders are I have to stay within 5 feet of my owners.
Amir says, "Come with me,"
I
and she leads. She
follow
leads
within
you off.
5 feet.
Ronald will tag along with you, Lawrence.
Okay.
Because he's immediately split the party.
I don't know. That sounded like you split the party.
Lawrence is the one who ran off on his own.
I mean, that's standard though.
That's true, but when Lawrence is 50% of the party, what can you do?
I mean, for how awful this character is, I think he's closer to 99% of the party.
That's true. Well... Ahmet leads you to a really shady area. Like, this place does not look super consumer friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes you to a bar.
Cool.
Because it's time to get drunk. She immediately walks in and starts getting a few drinks, to be honest. What would you like to do, Andrew?
Well, since I just accidentally, hilariously just realised the video I played there in my head was technically being recorded, so I guess that's in the recording.
Amazing.
So, you know what? He's going once she like just is like sitting down and is like I'm doing my thing, just to mix in with it. He's going to find the like speaker tannoy system and just hack into it and play his quotation marks mixtape over it.
Roll an Arcana check.
Ah yes, Arcana. Are you sure you don't
Yes.
want me? What about a technology check? Wait, let's see. Scrolling. Can't seem to find a technology check.
Yep, that's why it's Arcana. Go for an Arcana check.
Excellent. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, you are a robot and know how programming works. You easily hack into this system.
Oh, that's a shame for everyone here.
And you start blasting your mixtape over the intercom in this bar.
Ah, excellent. For people watching, let's play that in the background again. Not copyright infringement at all.
Okay. Well, that with that, a lot of the patrons seem quite annoyed.
Excellent. My work here is done.
One person in particular comes up to you and says, "Change it back now."
Oh my god, I actually just died there. So, music playing in the background, the exact moment you said, "Change it back now," that's when it transitioned to the loud Thomas music. Change it back now. I hate this character so much.
The person in
just
front of
so
you is getting
fantastic.
quite annoyed at the music.
He just walks away back over to, what was it, Amelie? No, that's a movie.
Mm-hmm. Amer.
Amare. I knew it was something with "ah" at the start.
There we go. He goes over to Amer and says, "Is this your droid?" And she's gonna make a con save. No, she's not drunk yet.
But getting there.
Yeah. She turns around and goes, yes. He says, "Control him. Get him to change the song back." She goes, change the song to something funny.
Oh,
Other than this.
funnier. So he goes up and he changes it to the remix of Thomas the Tank Engine X Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm just gonna do a D20 roll. Nope, this is
Wow.
not this guy's jam. This guy hates this song.
I think he just
So
hates Thomas. And I as a human don't blame this probably just reasonable guy just wanting to relax in the bar, and then some dickhead comes up and starts playing Thomas memes.
He goes, "Right, that's it." And he heads back to his table and he returns to Amer and you with a bunch of his friends.
Can you
It says,
imagine it?
"Shit."
Right, that's it. Goes back to his table and just sits down. I'm angry, but I don't want to cause a confrontation. Passive
He says-
aggressive.
"Change it back right now."
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
So, what's she gonna say first?
She's like, "Yeah, robot, I don't really want trouble. You just change it back."
Okay, can I make another Arcana check for hacking to determine how
Uh,
good or bad what I do goes?
Sure. What are you trying to do?
I go over and I'm like, oh no, the machine isn't working, and the volume just starts slowly going up.
Okay.
Help! Help! Machine malfunction! Help! Help!
Just gonna quickly do this. Andrew, I'd like you to make a strength save.
Sure. I love how I've not given myself proficiency in anything. I'm the worst character who ever existed, and you still...
Oops, I'm still rolling as Ronald. Luckily I was using a Mez stat, so that's fine. Andrew, you're in charge of rolling as Ronald, by the way.
Cool.
Okay. So...
Oh my god, this is a character sheet that's been filled in! Which is more than I can say for Are You Okay?
Okay, yeah, both of you get grabbed by these people. I'm now rolling the dice in a separate thing, so you can't see what I'm doing.
You bastard.
Oh, shit. Leave them alone for 2 seconds.
Both of you get grabbed. And they lead you out into a back alley. And they say, you're going to do a little job for us, and then this will all blow over.
Can I hear the music still getting louder inside?
Make a perception. Make a perception check to see if you can listen out for it.
Like, the robot just not caring at all.
Yes, it's pretty loud. Most of the people on the street can hear this.
I love humanoids. They're so great.
He says, recently, an evil woman has stolen my coat. It was my favorite lucky jacket. Go steal it back from her. Her name's Rebecca. She sort of lives, like... She sort of owns the club, like, south of here.
Robot doesn't respond and just looks at his current, quotation marks, owner.
By south, I mean down. She goes, sure, yeah, I'll go get your stupid jacket back. Come along, robot. And to make sure neither of you, you know, run away before getting my jacket back, one of them, like, leans in to put a little, like, thing on you. Do you resist?
Not really.
Okay, these should, you know, these are small bombs. They'll go off and, you know, kill you. If you try and double cross me. They go off in 24 hours, or if you try and leave the station. Get back to us. We'll be in this club. They then settle back into the club. Amara's gonna start heading south.
I will follow within 5 feet. Also, I will start unscrewing my head to take the bomb collar off. And like,
it's not a collar. It's like a sticky bomb.
Oh, sticky.
It's been stuck to one. It's been stuck to one of your components and is a little blinking light.
Wait, which
on you? It doesn't actually look that weird.
Which component has it been stuck to?
It has been stuck directly to your motherboard.
Ah, we don't need that.
And it's been stuck to the back of her neck. So you two are off doing that. We'll cut to Lawrence. Lawrence, you're trying to sell your stuff, but you've gotten lost. But Ronald's gonna help you.
Okay.
So Ronald's gonna make...
Like how is Ronald helping? Helping in what way?
Like this. He's making a survival. Yeah, Ronald knows how to get downstairs.
Yeah, one foot in front of the other.
Ronald immediately takes you back to where you sort of started, and just around one of the corners, there's an escalator that takes you just basically directly to where you want to go.
Okay.
You're in a market. It's sort of it's like a bit busy. There's some people around. It's a future-y market. What do you want to do?
Sell all my stuff.
Okay.
And get new equipment.
Make a perception check to see if you can find a stall that sells, like, that sort of thing that you might be able to sell your stuff to. Yeah, there's like a little colonization outpost that sells gear to people who want to start little colonies and stuff for the Empire. You can sell all your stuff there.
I'll sell my all my weapons My armor. Yeah, actually pretty much everything.
All except the clothes on your back, eh?
Yeah. Pretty much everything.
Very
So
well.
should I
They'll
how
give
much
you about 400 credits for it all.
what's 400 credits roughly equivalent to in gold?
Like an amount. They're not really sure what the gold to credit conversion rate is.
I'll turn to Ronald.
Oh yes, Ronald, a bastion
Ronald,
of
make an
knowledge.
intelligence check
Sure. Ooh,
to see if Ronald knows what the
He's
gold.
so intelligent.
Ronald's pretty sure he knows. Ronald's pretty sure that.
Oh, that's like 5,000 gold?
Yeah, that's like 5,000 gold. Ronald's pretty sure.
Can I have a go at determining how much is a
Have an
credit as well?
intelligence roll. Yeah, you would know that. In terms of how you're thinking about, one credit is roughly worth like about 1 gold, ish to you,
Okay.
but you're not
Uh,
quite sure without the actual numbers in front of you.
Plus, it probably
Okay.
changes station to station.
Definitely.
I'll say, how about 800? For all
Oh
of
man, I wouldn't give you 800. The colonization fever's over. The planet nearby just got colonized. I hear
And-
the people who did it are getting a ship.
Do you know?
Yeah. No one's colonizing around here now. We're all colonized.
How about
I said,
I sweeten the deal with the kids' meal? Comes with a free toy.
410 credit for the kids' meal.
How about 420?
No.
I think it really went down from that 800.
Come on, this armor's worth at least 700.
Maybe a month ago. Not now.
I mean,
Yes, but you...
the extra 10 is pretty good for the kids' meal, because that's normally only worth 2 gold.
Mm.
But you're going to set up shop somewhere else and sell it for
Actually,
its actual...
Ronald and Lawrence make intelligence checks.
Keep making us doing this intelligence. Don't know why you've made Ronald so stupid.
Yeah, you'd both have this. It's relatively common knowledge. It's you'd both know that like organic, like freshly grown foods like potatoes and things like that aren't very common. They're quite rare. So they are. So a like plant of any, like a vegetable or a fruit of any description is actually quite valuable. Like most things are just nutrition bricks. That's what the common food is.
So they'll be wanting the free sliced apple pack in theirs.
Yes.
God, I haven't had a kids meal in so long. I want one now. I want my nuggies.
They're also after the fries because at least they have flavor.
They definitely have flavour. Whether or not they're really fries is up for debate.
What would you give me for these 5 fresh water skins as well?
I'll chuck in another like 10 gold for them. Well, 10 credits.
Joseph, for reference, I'm looking to get rid of everything apart from my commoner's clothes.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you're doing this?
I think he wants to buy spacey stuff.
I mean, that's fair
Yeah.
enough.
I'll ask, how much is spacefaring gear, roughly?
Spacesuit. Like,
And
depends on the quality you're going for.
and appropriate weaponry.
A gun could run you anywhere. Like, there's tons of different amounts that you could pay for a gun. If you want like a cool gun, it might cost you anywhere from 100 to 500. If you want just a normal gun with like ammo requirements and stuff, that's probably about like 40 for the gun and like 10 per like charge of ammo.
So, your standard laser pistol, and
That like a laser pistol and some like projected armor, let's say,
yeah,
probably run you somewhere in the regions of about 190 for the pistol with no ammo
how about an
and
equivalent?
the armor.
How about sort of equivalent to what I have in space stuff, to what I have here in this stuff? Hello?
Yeah, the problem is this armor, like if you wanted an equivalent, you're talking about getting like some power armor, which is way more expensive than anything you've got or could afford.
Is there such a thing as some sort of laser sword?
Uh, yeah.
Ah, a sight
How much
laser.
how much would one of those cost me?
I mean, they're pretty useless. You could probably pick one up for cheap for like, if you did some bargain hunting, I think you could get one for like 15 credits.
Are
Probably
there any?
closer to like 25 at like a
Are
normal
there any?
place.
Are there any of particular size? So, slightly longer than the normal laser sword and slightly chunkier than the standard laser sword.
I don't think so. I believe you can adjust their length a bit, but I think they're up to like a maximum extension of like 2, 3 feet-ish. I don't know.
Okay.
They're
Um,
like they're like powerful, but nobody ever gets to use them because they just get shot first. You have to be
yeah.
like you have to be some sort of like, I've heard of some like people with like like targeting computers or like magically enhanced reaction times wielding them effectively. But like most people just die if they get shot before they ever get a chance to swing them.
Okay, so 420 gold for everything. Is that is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He'll take all of your equipment and he'll slide you over uh sort of
So
four
420 credits.
yeah, 420 credits. He'll slide you over four sort of golden boxes and two sort of like silver colored boxes,
Can I
which
say?
you would
Can I say
reckon
though, Lawrence? Good job tricking that extra 10 out.
which you would
Yeah.
yeah, uh which you would recognize as 420 credits.
Okay.
Huzzah! Space money.
Right.
You've now acquired some space money.
And unacquired everything else.
That's true. Actually, I'll say Ronald can... Well, he does have cooking utensils. Ronald can spend some time trying to make a Happy Meal at some point.
So let's go looking for armor and weaponry, eh, Ronald? Hey,
Sure.
what the hell
yeah.
my wife and Tin Can are doing?
So, good jump cut. So, Andrew,
Yeah.
you and Amir are making your way south until you see a club. Specifically, uh, you're just wandering around and you see a building that looks it's weird. It's got a very because this place used to be a colonial outpost. It's got this. It's like an old sort of Western tavern-y vibe to it. You both arrive, and it's like stepping into the past
Whoop, whoop,
as
whoop,
you arrive
whoop.
at the club. Or for
Oh,
her, it's like
jeez.
stepping into the 5 minutes ago.
Fuck, I hate that portrait so much.
Which
Just-
one?
Just look at him peeking in. He's gonna get you with these actual teeth.
He hates his own characters.
I hate
thing.
him so much. I hate that picture and I hate myself for picking it.
And there's Lawrence's wife. By the way, she is a gnome.
Nice. Yeah, what race is Lawrence? I never asked.
6'3" human.
Ah, standard Lawrence. Human or orc?
She is a 3'5" gnome.
Almost twice her height.
Yes.
Yeah.
The robot is also significantly taller than her.
Yeah.
She's going to just head to the bar. And she'll ask the bartender about Rebecca. What's the robot gonna do?
5 feet distance.
Amazing. Yeah, the bartender gestures to a door over here and says, "If you want to talk to Rebecca, just head through those doors." She'll make her way over to the doors and head on through. See if this... No, that is not reveal. Even though I've clicked reveal.
See, it's no fun, is it? When you're like, I'm gonna click reveal and reveal this area, and Roll20's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, hang on. This is an awkwardly shaped room.
I feel like that's gotta be the most commonly said thing by me in my game. I fucking clicked the reveal button.
Lol. So you enter this room, and there's a woman sitting at this table. She is wearing a fancy jacket. Leans in and tells you, "Okay, what do you got? What are your skills?
Got a gun. Do I shoot her?
Anything else?"
Got this fancy grenade. Don't know what it does. Found it in the true that like stares straight in the eyes. The true captain's room.
Anything else? One sec. Continue, yes. So you've got a gun and a grenade.
I can go invisible.
Ah, perfect. I'll distract her
And
if
then I
you
shoot
can get
her in the head.
if you can sneak up on her and take the
Back of the
jacket.
head. Right.
No. I'm gonna see if I can get her to take her jacket off. You just try and take it without her noticing.
And if it goes badly, back of the head.
If it goes badly, shoot her in the head, yes.
Excellent. Goes invisible.
Good, good. Emma walks in and takes the opposite seat and says, hey, I heard you were the kind of person to look for work around here. And Rufus says, yeah, I got a job. I need you to kill someone for me. Goes by the name of Tussler. Crazy guy. Just go shoot him. That'd be good. Want a reward or... yeah, sure. How much? And she says, I'll pay 300 credits if you can kill him. She goes, yeah, I mean, sounds good. It's hot in this room, though. And she's gonna try and roll sleight of hand to see if she...
Start stripping off. Oh, it's very hot in here.
It's very hot in this room. And she's gonna roll sleight of hand. Ah, yes, she does it easily. She successfully, under the table, casts prestidigitation while sort of coughing into her mouth to make the jacket really hot. It says, it's probably these ovens that have been going to making all the food. There are chefs running back and forth.
Who can have... What? Wendy's. I'm sure she's probably called Wendy.
Yeah, there's a chef called Wendy doing that. Whatever.
I think
she takes the jacket off and puts it on the back of her chair.
Cool. I with my awful
she goes,
stats.
well, it's been nice. It's been nice seeing you. Go on, roll.
I'm guessing
with advantage.
I'm guessing
because
slight of advantage.
Sleight of hand with advantage. And if you can do it, oh sweet, yeah. Yeah, you pick the jacket up, and because you're invisible, it immediately goes invisible.
Nice.
She says, well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Gonna go kill that guy. And she begins heading out. And she goes outside of the tavern. And is gonna wait for you to decloak.
I'm going to stand right like 5 feet from her, just invisible, as I have not been told to decloak.
And she says, hello?
Yes?
Please... there you are. Please go visible.
Goes visible wearing the coat.
Nice. Let's go get that coat back to that scary mobster. So you guys head off, and we'll cut back to Lawrence and Ronald. Lawrence, in the meantime, you've found a shop that seems to be selling sort of spacey weapons and spacey armor, perfect for bounty hunters. What do you want to buy?
Ask if they've got any armor and blasters of any sort.
They do. They have an array of weapons, armors. What would you like? There's even some, like, you know, light swords that they're trying to pawn off on you. I give you good price. Only 10 credits.
You what? Jedi love big light sword. Very good. Good price.
Very good. Make you good deal.
You strongest force in Empire in all of galaxy.
Yes. His brother's also there.
I do not work here. I just interrupt.
I look at the armor and blaster rifles and blaster pistols.
The armor seems to be like on like display mannequins. One of the first one you come to is sort of like, it doesn't actually look like proper spacey armor. It more looks like a hologram that's just sort of projected.
Okay.
The next one you come to is sort of light. It looks sort of like lightweight, thin armor.
Yeah.
The next one you come to looks like absurdly heavy armor. Like, it's got loads of gizmos and, like, stuff plugged into it.
Right.
The next one you come to looks like the one before, but it has even more stuff on it, like a jetpack and stuff.
I point to the one with the jetpack and I say, how much for this?
Ah, yes, that one. Ah, I see you have a good eye. That one would be 10,000 credits.
Which credits? Waving my hand slightly.
What do you mean? Are you not from here? Are you not from Lithonia? Wait, these are Lithonian credits.
Good, good. I was just double checking. How about we do a deal on this set of armor?
Mm-hmm.
I do a job for you of equivalent value for the armor, and I get the armor.
Okay, here's the job. Go make 10,000 credits, then come back and give it to me, then I will give you the armor. That is your job.
Pretty good job. Very high pay.
I look at the next armor along without the jetpack.
Ah!
What about this one?
He smells the air for a second.
He smells the air, does he?
I sense you're super poor.
Wow, what a rude thing for a shopkeeper to say.
And I smell
Lawrence
the
is on
air
the
for a second.
sketchiest part of the Citadel, to be honest.
I just like that it's almost like when you smell the air. Oh, you smell like shit. Is it shit? Yes, you smell like shit. I'm Italian now.
I'll smell the air for a second and I'll say, I sense you're an asshole, my lord.
Yes, I run a store here. You're not a good person if you own a store in the worst part of the Citadel.
So, now that that's out of the way, what prices do you have on the various assortments of armor and weapons you've got here?
The hologrammatic armor I'll give to you for 150.
What, 1 credit 50?
150 credits. The lightweight but good armor I'll give to you for 300 credits.
Like, is hologram armor specifically designed for people who want to be nudists but aren't allowed?
It's designed for people who want incredibly lightweight. But I guess you could also interpret it that way. I guess it's a double-edged sword in that respect.
Oh, I'm weird.
What about your weapons? I'll go over and look at the blaster rifle.
You come
And
to a
pistol.
wall of blasters, pistols, and like handles of what you would presume to be the laser swords. Uh, he says, "I'll give you a laser sword for 20 credits."
What about the guns? The
Uh,
blaster.
Pistol, I'll give to you for 80 credits.
Do you have
The
any larger
blaster
guns?
rifle, I'll
Yeah.
give to you for 190 credits. And ammo will be 20 credits each.
Hmm.
We also sell grenades.
What kind of grenades do you sell?
Frag, flashbang, and we have... Nah, you wouldn't be able to afford it.
How many people are in this shop currently?
There's about 4 or 5 milling about looking at guns, weapons, armors. They all seem to be, like, best guess, like, either bounty hunters or, like, soldiers who are spending their money on, like, extra good weaponry.
And then there's you and a very bright clown.
Yes. Ronald has bought himself a lightsaber.
Because
It's yellow.
of course he has.
Can I check out the colour of each lightsaber that hasn't been bought?
There is a lightsaber in every color.
The red ones are more expensive.
Even in black?
There is even a black colored one. Because it's just a matter of changing the lens, really. For these people.
Changing the light bulb.
Basically.
So you're telling me they're shit?
No, they're really powerful. Just, you know, most people don't use them.
I'll take a black coloured light sword.
Okay, that'll be 20 credits.
I'll toss over 20 credits.
He goes behind his desk, pulls out a drawer, and there are just, like, a bunch of them stacked together, and he, like, tosses one your way.
I'll grab it.
Okay, Lawrence, I'll send you the stats for that weapon. I'll just send you the damage. It's a versatile light, like essentially long or short sword, depending on what you want. And it does just notes page. Ah, yes, that's how much damage it does. Here is the damage number, Lawrence.
Okay.
That reminds us, I should
Okay.
probably ask what my gun does.
Ah, yes, I'll send you your gun stats, Andrew. You
Uh,
have what gun
do
did you
I,
pick up again?
I've just
You picked up an
I've
You
just
picked up an
sent you
automatic. Ah,
when
okay.
it decides to go through. It's doing
do
the
I,
not wanting to send.
to attack and damage, do I still add strength?
Yes, you add strength. You don't have any biotics that basically arm stuff. Alright. Alright, so you have that. So okay. Which means
I,
that Andrew's weapon deal
the three things I got were that, invis, and internet chip.
Yeah.
'Cause stupid.
That was the best choice. Your weapon does this?
I feel I should check because it might come up soon. It already could have came up. And just for the stupidity of it, can that be my arm? Like, I have to pull my hand off to use it.
Yes, sure.
Okie dokie.
Because it is an automatic weapon, and thus you do not control its fire, like how many attacks you make with it.
Cool.
The gun does. By the way, that is a relatively terrible. There's like a charge coil that determines how fast the gun fires. You have a relatively cheap one,
Excellent.
which means you do have room for improvement on it. So yes, what were you trying to buy, Lawrence?
I will buy
With your no armor or any equipment of any kind except for a laser sword that does that much damage.
what's your uh hmm what was the armor that you said cost 300?
He gestures to the sort of white-looking armor. It's pretty good. It's lightweight but quite strong.
Okay. You said it was light armor.
Yes. Most armor that doesn't have like a weird gadget like shoved into it is typically light.
How much does the lightsaber thing weigh?
The handle for the lightsaber, like, it only weighs about 5 pounds. It is very light.
Do you have any heavier armor that's under, say, 400 credits?
No. That is the heaviest armor we have under 400 credits.
What are the specifications of the armor? How much protection will it give me?
He goes to one of the shelves. He picks out a pistol. He aims it and fires it at the armor, and it doesn't penetrate the armor. I'd say about that good. He then puts the pistol back in his desk.
I will buy the 300 credit armor.
Okay, you buy the 300 credit armor. It feels exceptionally light. Lawrence, put your AC to question mark, question mark.
Okay.
As your armor weighs a mere 10 pounds in total. It is made from ultra lightweight material.
McDonald. Then do you have any ranged weaponry for approximately 100 credits?
You could buy a pistol and a charge pack for it.
I'll take one of those and a charge pack for it.
He hands you a pistol. He goes to the shelf and hands you a pistol. It looks significantly worse than his pistol. It also looks different in some way that you can't quite put your finger on, unless you want to roll Arcana.
I'll roll Arcana.
Ah, yes. You would immediately recognize that your pistol seems to require ammo. The pistol that he was using does not. He then also, because you bought it, he then also hands you like a pack of what is essentially a clip of ammo.
Okay.
That clip has 30 charges. You would know how to use the pistol.
Yeah. I know how
Uh,
to use it, though.
Yeah,
How
you know
much-
how to use it.
How much does the pistol weigh?
The pistol weighs a mere, like... I think it was... let me just check, because I need to pull it up. The laser pistol weighs 2 pounds.
And assume I'm writing £2.
Yeah.
And I assume the ammo clip is negligible.
Ah, yes, the ammo clip is negligible as it is loaded into the gun
Um,
and is essentially just a battery.
okay.
Oh yeah, for all energy-based weapons like the lightsabers, guns, and stuff, it does radiant damage, just so you guys know.
Okay.
Cool.
Can you send us the... I assume the pistol is dex? For attack
The
and-
pistol is dex, and you are proficient in it.
Yeah, can you send us the damage for it?
Yeah. And it has a range of... That's as long range as the second thing I sent you.
Right.
And you have 30 shots.
Yeah.
He says, is that all? Do you want to buy a grenade or...
No, thank you.
Okay, have a good one.
You
Bye.
too, and I'll leave.
Uh,
I'll go searching for. I'll say, come on, Mr. McDonald.
time for a random encounter for Lawrence, and then we'll have him Oh, amazing! That's amazing. Lawrence, you encounter a very old-looking man scratching his head with a revolver. Like the barrel of the revolver. Okay, now we'll cut back over to Andrew.
Yeah.
To leave you on that cliffhanger. Andrew!
We?
You and Amir have arrived at this scary crime lord's establishment.
Okay, do I shoot this guy?
Thomas the Tank Engine is still playing.
Yes, that's why you hack things, because idiots can't turn it off. Those insanity levels are rising slowly.
It'll take a little while for insanity levels to start mattering. Although I will roll. Sure, yes. Everybody in the establishment's hair looks a little, like, messy and a
Bedraggled.
bit chaotic. So a lot of the patrons are actually leaving at this point, because they're getting, like, fed up of listening to the song. So... they're all still there, sitting at the table. Do you go up to them? Because she basically... Ahmed just says, yeah, give him his jacket back.
I begrudgingly give him the jacket. Although it looked better on me.
Sweet. Well... He says... So... You two have proven very invaluable. And then he pulls out a gun and shoots the speaker to turn Thomas off. Because nobody...
That sounds like an act of war to me.
Nobody can figure out how to turn it off, and he's gotten so fed up of it at this point. The dulcet tones of Thomas the Tank Engine stop playing. He says, I have another little job for you two. I need you to go find a guy named Tussler. He's a crazy old guy. Somewhere in the lower level. Go find him for me. And he should have something for you to do. If Tussler is also the one with the detonator for your bombs. You guys should probably go see him anyway. Emma is just like, oh, well, off we go. And she begins heading down south.
Now, how much would you be upset by chaos time?
I mean, you are free to do what you want, Andrew.
Okay. Walk out. Invisible. Walk back in. Point gun at back of his head.
Yes.
He gave away the information. He did not have the detonator.
Yes.
Pew 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 pew.
Ah, so you're rolling to attack.
Which is always a fun one of like... in terms of D&D mechanics, how can you miss at this point?
Roll an attack with advantage, because you're invisible.
Yeah. And isn't that... What was it you said? 4? Or was it 3?
You make 3 attacks per round.
Excellent.
Because assuming you're keeping your gun in automatic mode.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is an absurd number of crits. Go ahead and roll damage, Andrew.
Fuck.
You know now we've crit 7 times this session alone.
Okay. So
What
you open fire on him. And so
I now no longer regret doing this.
initially a shield, like his personal shield activates and blocks the first attack. But since it's a crit, it pierces 2 shields instead of 1. So the following 2 attacks... Yeah... Yeah, you've got a lot of mush.
And then I pick up his coat, I put it on, and I go invisible again.
I'm just gonna roll a just for a reason. Roll a charisma check
Just straight
as
charisma.
you take his coat. Just straight charisma.
Oh, that's not a nat 20.
It doesn't matter. All of them rolled relatively low. Yeah. So his 4 friends are like, well, I guess you're the boss now.
Ah, excellent, crewmates.
You now have 4 NPCs as your pets. They are so willing to follow you to the ends of the earth because you just murdered their boss and took his coat. And honestly, that was the most badass thing they've ever seen.
Fucking 3 nat 20s.
With 3 nat 20s. If you hadn't rolled 3 nat 20s, they were just gonna start fighting you. But no, they were impressed. Honestly,
I mean, I'm impressed.
they were genuinely impressed. So they're just like, yeah, no, fair.
Wow, there's
Well,
been a lot of nat 20s in this session.
you are just the leader. So what would you like to do with your new gang that you've acquired?
Yeah, they can come with. Might need some
Sweet.
muscle against the guy who's got the bomb. Not that
Sweet. Well done, Andrew. You're now the drug lord of
Excellent.
of like the upper floors of this station.
Slowly turning into Bender.
Yes.
Not my intention, but oh well.
So I get as you like leave and you catch up with Amber, she turns around and says, "Who are they?"
Apparently, I'm the leader now. I'm the leader.
Cool. Fair enough, I guess.
And unlike the Simpsons joke, it was not a bloodless coup.
Okay. Well, damn, robot. I did not know you had it in you. Let's go get our bomb detonator, I guess. So you guys make your way down to the lowest floor. And you guys see an old man scratching his head with a revolver.
Bum bum bum.
You're now both together, about to confront the same old person from 2 different angles. What would you like to do?
Can I get my lightsaber out
Very well.
and chop at him with it? Ignite it and chop at him with it.
Yeah, okay, you roll an attack.
It's like, that looks like the guy we're after. And then her husband just, with a lightsaber.
Is it 19 hit?
It does. You go up and you you go to hit him, and it looks like it's gonna like perfectly cleave his head off, and it bounces off his personal shield. Roll initiative.
I like quickly to her, like, so shoot him. Do I shoot him?
All of you roll initiative if you want to fight this guy.
I have to hear from my current owner.
Amère is more confused that her husband... Actually, Amère will roll a con to see if she's willing... If she can, like, stomach the whole...
If she
my husband's insane.
understands what's going on.
She does not. She's like, what the fuck?
I guess I don't roll initiative then.
Yeah, you two will come in next round, we'll say.
Where's the initiative tracker? Because I got 19 instead of 22.
I need to pull it up. If you give me a second.
The best part is if we're joining next time, that means I can be invisible beforehand. In which case it doesn't matter because that would have been the turn. Oh, he's just hanging out at Mo's place. No, Mao, not Mo. It's not The Simpsons. General Mao's palace.
You'll want to watch out for the chairman of this place.
Yes. Very powerful, very short-tempered.
Yeah.
Okay, Lawrence, you go first.
Okay, I'll roll at him again. Swing at him again.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
No. He ducks out of the way of the saber. He then goes, "What the fuck, guy? Why are you doing this? Attacking random old people in the street." He's then gonna disengage and run away.
I'll just say to him that I was testing your reactions.
Fuck! You don't just try and stab people. You just stabs people unprovoked. You see his eye do a funny thing for a second. He's like blinking a lot rapidly. And that's his turn. Do you want to do anything?
I'll run after him.
Oh, okay, you move 30 feet up to him, yes.
Yeah. And I'll swing at him again.
Okay.
That misses.
Okay, you go to swing at him with the the laser sword, and you accidentally hit the off button, and you drop it.
Yeah.
Now Amer's like, it's the guy we're after. Get him!
Get him, boys!
Get him! Please roll initiative.
Am I correct in assuming he ran, like, this way, kind of?
He's about there.
So he's still, like, here?
I mean, you and him were about there, he ran up to here, you ran up to him and then immediately missed.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay? It's your turn.
Yes, I'm good, thanks. Let's go for a pew pew pew. Because apparently we're fighting this guy.
This old guy's still just like,
Fuck
stop!
me. Another fucking nat 20.
Well, the first one hits, the second one misses, the first one fizzles against a shield, and roll damage on the final one.
That's a small 35.
Okay, you immediately shoot his goddamn arm off. He's still alive on, like, you know, he looks about as healthy as you.
Oh, that's not good.
He's bleeding profusely.
Hey, we're even. I don't have an arm. He doesn't have an arm.
And he is gonna make a perception check.
Wait, how many friends did I get again?
You have 4 friends who all go on your turn. He doesn't see anything. It's now Lawrence's wife's. Actually, no. It's your four buddies' turn. They all look to you for orders.
What can they
But
do?
but most importantly, they say, "Dude, he's one of your own men.
Is he?
Shouldn't we just bring? Shouldn't we just bring him into the fold? Tell him that you're the new boss."
Ah, I was given orders to shoot him.
But he's one of your people. Like, can't we just take him in or something?
He's like,
He's one of the
he
boys.
puts the hand back onto the gun arm. Apologies, servant. You are mine now.
The dude who's like on death's door is like, yes.
He like looks up. He sees the other guy's like. I'm imagining, because it always is, that it was a duster coat. Looks up and sees his duster coat covered in blood, and he realizes.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you're the new boss. Coughs up some blood.
I apologize.
Amaz just gonna be like, shit, man. She's gonna go over and help this old dude.
Yeah, I'll come over and help as well.
She casts Cure Wounds on him.
I'll apologize to my wife and this old guy.
He at least stops bleeding, but he now doesn't have an arm. He goes, "Motherfucker, get away from me."
Are you sure we can't kill him now?
You shot my arm off,
I'll give you a new one.
and you just attacked me for no reason.
And it's like,
Anyway,
he's
we
like
better get out of here.
He walks over and is like, technically, she told me, so I had a reason at least.
Whatever, let's just get out of here, quick.
Okie dokie.
And he starts directing you guys away into like a series of alleyways.
Before he starts moving away, the robot walks over and puts his hand out in front of him. Detonator? Now?
He says, "Yeah, sure thing, boss." He just presses the green button on it, and both of the little sticky tiny bombs that are on you two flash green and then like drop off you both.
Okay.
It says, "Here's the detonator, boss. Andrew,
Excellent.
you now have a remote detonator and two small bombs that
Excellent.
that deal very little damage but kill if they're put in a specific area."
Cool.
Man, you have a lot of bombs. He says, "Quickly, this way though." And now I need to roll something.
I'll follow.
Oh my god. Yeah, never mind. As you're all about to start leaving, the police show up.
What? Please. Can't speak.
He says, "Ah, shit, they're here already. So I kind of called them when a guy randomly started attacking me on my phone because I just pressed the emergency button a lot."
It's like an old
We should
person
all
with
ru-
one of those call buttons. But it's only
Uh,
emergency.
No, I mean, lots of phones have it where if you just mash the power button really quickly,
Oh, yeah,
it'll
true.
like, so like, he basically has a phone because, you know, he's a modern person who exists.
Modern space
And so
person.
he just mashed the, like, you know, power button a lot and then said, "Yes, I'm having an emergency" on his phone. Because he has a normal phone, unlike you.
I am
You do-
the
I-
phone.
You have a very fancy phone by comparison. So he says, "Everybody shit, get into the alley.
Yeah, I'll run into the alley.
Everyone make con saves, as the
Con
police are going to
save?
chase after. Yes, Constitution. Just because you're entering a chase,
Now are you
so you're
sure?
going to see if
Are
you can
you
all outrun the
absolutely
police.
sure you want me to roll a con save? Me specifically.
Shit. One of your guys
That-
can pick
that-
you up.
Okay, even better. That was meant to be a 6. Which is what
One
my
of your people.
con is.
Basically, 2 of your people just pick you up and start running with you. Yeah. You all managed to. The police actually rolled terribly. You managed to turn like 4 corners in some alleyways, and the police completely lose you guys. The old dude is gonna be like, okay. So you're the new boss. Welcome, I guess.
Hello?
Are you familiar vis-a-vis the whole sort of situation that was going on here?
I am not.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess I should explain from the beginning. Rebecca was muscling like. Rebecca was the old mob boss here. Our old boss was Glenn was muscling in on her territory.
Is that the woman who took the coat?
Yes, that is the woman who took the coat.
So he instantly replies to that with, "Ah, so I should have shot her in the back of the head."
Yes. Jesus, the 3 crits.
And then another crit for the next attack.
And then another crit for the next attack. Like, that was ridiculous. Oh.
Yeah.
But, that he goes on with, so yeah. We were muscling in on her territory, and we've sort of claimed a dominance, but she still has a lot of sway in the sort of, like, richer areas of the settlement. But we're slowly like squeezing her out. But recently, she's made a lot of weird moves. It's like she's given up. And I think I know why. He then pulls out a tentacle from his pocket.
Mm-hmm. Standard, normal. Would be
And he
weird if
goes-
we weren't in space.
And goes, I think the mind flayers are coming back to try and take over everyone on this station.
Never heard of them.
The
checks
4
the
people
internet.
behind you.
Tentacle aliens. Wish I'd not searched that.
If you type in tentacle aliens onto your device, do you have safe search on or off?
Obviously off. You get less
Got
results
it.
with on.
Got it. So you see a lot of like, you see a lot of links. There's a lot of tentacle aliens.
I'm actually Googling it now to see what images come up. I also almost spelt it testicle.
The history roll was to see if I knew what would it be history to see if I knew what a mind flayer was?
History-
Yeah, you get tons of results.
History would be like knowing that they exist. Arcana would be understanding what they were.
Yeah.
You get tons of results.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, I need to send this in the Discord, as this was the first image result, and it's just perfect. This is what he thinks they look like now.
okay.
Which
He then
the
shares
head's correct.
Yeah. He then says, "What's your number? I'll ping you a link."
And that he
Yeah, that's just about what Justin thinks
Oh.
as well.
I can do a meme. 011899988199725 3.
Wait. Why are you saying the number for the fire service? That's just the number for the fire department. That fake number. How dare you?
1 second. I know his.
That's the
Phone
only
number.
That's the only meme number I know.
He then just says, what's your number? Just tell me. Come on.
It is 1337 80085.
1066.
He then
I'm too immature.
he sends you a link about mind flares
Ah,
and what they actually are and stuff.
there are far less women being assaulted in the stuff you have sent me.
Uh, the other four begin laughing, and they go like, "Mind flares are just a myth. They don't exist anymore. Ancient history. They all died out long ago." That's good old crazy guy for you. Great crazy Tussler, always with his mad theories.
Did he used to be in the Air Force? So the Home Defense Fleet.
No, he's a meth addict.
Same thing.
Well, that may be true, but it doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Well, I believe you, random person I just met.
Thank you, new boss. You're way better than the old boss.
He was squishy
Now,
and weak. And exploded easily.
Okay, now, I think that there's a guy named Tipper who's been infected. He's the vice admiral of the fleet. I think he got infected when he came here.
Was he the guy that we talked to when we got off the?
No, that
thing?
was the admiral.
Right.
He's directing you to the vice admiral. He says, break into his office on the 202nd floor and steal his notepad.
Are you
That should
expecting him
contain-
to have wrote down I am a mind flayer?
No, his notepad. And then he pulls out like an iPad-looking device. This is what a notepad is. If you steal it, it'll probably have a report on it that he's going to send to the nearby Elder Brain that he'll be reporting to.
Okay, let's go. And then make my way towards the left.
Okay. It is getting pretty late. The artificial sky that's above you guys is showing that the sun is setting and the moon is rising.
What do you want to do, guys? Go and get it now, and rest after, or rest now and go and get it later?
I have no need for your human rest.
I'd like to check the robot out, see if he's got an off switch.
Everyone has an off switch.
The robot doesn't seem to have an off switch, but the robot does see that his batteries are getting low. He might need to plug himself in at some point.
I understand that I need to go in my not at all a trance, but sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is for the weak, but I do need to charge.
I need to eat some batteries. Delicious batteries.
Do you have a charging unit?
The assortment of gangsters will say, "Hey, we can stay at the old place."
Okay, let's go stay there. Do you have a place where you can charge robots?
Yeah, there's a charger in there. They basically take you back to the club, and they take you into the back room. And they gesture for Andrew to go into the boss's old room. And then there's just a large room that contains several bunk beds strewn about the place lazily. There are just like evenly spaced lights in the room. It's a very neutral room. There's a lot of personal effects sort of scattered around the place, like bundles or bags and stuff. In the big main sleeping area. Each of them plonk down on a bed.
Okay.
The old dude, however, has his own bed in the corner. And his stuff is more neatly arranged. Andrew,
Mm-hmm.
when you get into your room, there is a massive bed.
Mm-hmm.
It is an amazingly lavishly decorated room. It has, like, definitely not stolen fine art. There are multiple boxes filled with rare gems.
Excellent.
And there is a series of sort of floating objects that are just on a table.
I guess I will go through all of the stuff.
Fair enough. There is also like a socket
Excellent.
which you can just plug yourself into.
Joseph,
Mhm.
it's a very stupid thing. With the time not rest sleeping, can I craft a common item, not for me, for someone else, out of all of the shit in the room?
What item?
Oh, but it'll be good if it's a surprise. It's a nice thing.
Send it to me on Discord.
I nearly just typed that straight into the chat.
I'll have a thinky think. Yeah. You can make that out of the things in this room. There are actually the parts for it in there as well. Yes, this is the most expensive thing ever in terms of what it's made of. But yes. You basically like tear apart the fine art, pluck all of the gems and jewels and gold.
Yeah, they
and
don't mean
stuff
anything to me. They are all material. The gems are minerals.
out of the boxes. The floating objects, some of them are actually like tools and stuff, which you can like incorporate into it.
Nice.
Can I have a look around the main room for a second that we're in? Looking for
sure.
items and stuff.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. But yes, Andrew, you can make that item.
Cool. I want to incorporate it into the story by waking everyone up with screaming. So let's do that after Lawrence has had his nice look around.
Okay, Lawrence, you start poking around the room. What are you looking for?
Well, like mostly just like weapons and ammo for weapons, and to see if there's any jewelry around.
Okay, all 5 of the gangsters will be staring at you as you start opening bags and stuff. You come to the first bag you would like to open. It's like it seems it might like it's a little pouch, like a sack thing on the ground. You think it might contain a gun. Would you like to try and open it?
I'll ask if this is anybody's first.
Make an insight.
Uh, 16.
Right. They say, no, go for it.
I'll open it.
As you go to open it, make a deck save.
Okay.
You managed to dodge out the way. A sort of little, pretty large, it's like the size of your hand, spider jumps out of the bag. But you manage to get out of its way, and then it sort of crawls back into the bag. And they all burst out laughing in the background.
I'll
he
get
fell
the
for
lightsaber
the old
out and
spider
stab
bag.
the bag.
They go, whoa, you're taking it too far there, man. Roll to hit.
25.
Roll damage.
1 second. Where did I put you? There we go. Plus... what's it? Plus 4.
They all immediately pull guns on you, by the way. Yeah, you kill that spider. They all immediately pull guns on you. And say, get back to sleep.
I've realised I've spelt sword wrong, but okay, I'll put the lightsaber away and go to sleep.
Sure. Lawrence, make a perception check. Okay, good. And what's your... Yeah, never mind. Okay,
Passes the
Andrew.
Yeah?
It's now you to wake everyone up.
Alright, so I finish my tinkering, I walk out, everyone's asleep, walk over to my armless friend. He's armless, he is. And I shove it onto his arm. Or should I say on/into his arm. Or lack thereof.
He wakes up with a jolt and instinctively raises what used to be his arm up to defend himself, and then realizes that there's an arm there now. And he immediately goes, thank you, and he goes in for a hug. You're the best boss ever. This is the most bling arm ever.
Apologies for shooting your arm off.
Lawrence and the rest of them all wake up. Lawrence, you see that Andrew has made a prosthetic arm for this old guy who he shot the arm off of.
Okay.
It is made of diamonds, gold, and like the casing seems to be incredibly expensive art.
Okay.
You see like a Mona Lisa.
Like it's like several paintings that have been wrapped over hydraulics and stuff.
Is that a Botticelli? Damn you, Robert!
Wait, let me... You just start going on the old Google. Yes, it is a Botticelli. Like, image searches it.
Yes, you've used up all of the valuables in that room to make an arm.
Hey, worth it.
So worth it. Eh. Oh.
I also just finally found the beta version. I didn't think it was as rare as it is. It's a very rare, which is the Arcane Propulsion Arm, or in layman's terms, the Rocket Arm.
The
The,
rocket arm.
this is the painting that I imagine he used
Let's have a look-see doodle. Oh,
in
yes.
the general.
Very nice, yes. Rips it off the wall.
Just one of Botticelli's finest. Just
How they got it,
Rip.
no one knows. But now it's part of
Yeah.
his arm.
And now it's part of this random guy's arm. He goes, hey, I might be able to back into my family with this. It's great. He says, okay, let's go get that file. Unless you guys have anything to do today.
Later, we've got something we can do later on.
We have to go back to our ship.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that first, or should we do this first? The whole gotta get rid of those mind flares.
Is time lapse on the ship?
I don't know. I'm not giving you the ship.
No, I'm asking the rest of the party.
Well, I am the ship,
like,
so I'm not going anywhere.
okay. Yeah, let's
Sure,
go steal some.
I'll let you share the sensors of the ship. Through the camera system that was recently installed, you can see that the Admiral is now waiting outside the ship for you guys.
No, they've painted the wrong shade of red. He just says that. Oh yeah, and the Admiral seems to be outside the ship.
In that case, we'd better deal with the Admiral. Maybe he can even help us
Oh, wait a minute.
with his.
His eyes go blank for a second. Sorry, was just turning the speakers on. Anyways, yes, you were saying?
Let's go. You said something about speakers.
Yes, I thought that the Admiral might like some music while he waits.
Hey, robot, can I have those bombs? Annette asks you.
Sure.
You know, the ones that the dude put on us. Sweet. She takes the bombs. And can I have the detonator too?
Makes sense to me.
Sweet. She takes the bombs and the detonator.
Let's go deal with the Admiral first. Maybe he can help us get to the Vice Admiral.
Sweet. The old dude and the 4 goons are gonna stay behind and wait here for you guys to come back after you've got your ship. They're not too keen to go meeting any admiral or anything.
Maybe he's
Okay.
one of them. They're all mind flayers. Everyone is. That's how conspiracy theory works, right?
They're more on the, yeah, as criminals, perchance not the best idea to go to basically like the ultimate police officer.
The ultimate police officer.
Well, yeah, this guy's like the head general of the entire navy, essentially. Like, he's incredibly high in, like, office. And very committed to killing all the enemies of the Empire.
Okay, let's go. I start heading towards the docking area.
So they're gonna wait there for you guys. So you 4 head off to go meet the guy, the admiral.
What's the Admiral's surname?
You never asked.
When we get there, I'll ask him his surname.
Collins is my surname.
Admiral Collins.
But as you see,
yes,
your ship is ready. It is painted a beautiful sheen of crimson red, and it looks a lot like a train. And the front of
Fantastic.
it kind of looks like a face. It's got all the bells and whistles, and it's pretty damn sturdy. I do
Thank
say so
you.
myself.
He turns, he
Uh,
sees the robot again. Ah! Oh, he
Ugh.
snuck up on me.
Creepy thing.
Wait,
we
did you have that blood-covered jacket before?
Actually, it's not really blood covered because you more like quartered a hole through his head
Oh, well,
with the laser fire.
um,
That
I'll
is-
ask,
It might have a few. It might smell of burned human a bit.
ooh, a delicacy.
I'll
So
ask.
he'll just say, "Is someone cooking chicken?" Oh, must be a new
I
thing.
can smell bacon.
Mm.
It smells lovely.
Yeah.
I'll ask the Admiral. So, we will be taking our ship soon. However, we've got one or two things to take care of within the city. One of which actually is to do with the Vice Admiral. Would you mind? We need to talk to him. Would you mind leading us to him?
Sure, but first, one second. He asks for your wife's number, and she gives it to him,
That's a
and
bit
he just
forward. In front of her
he just
husband.
pings her. He just pings her the code for the ship. He just he pings her the ship's chain code. And then says, "Yeah, right this way." And he leads you for up to a block of offices on the second highest floor of the Citadel.
Okay.
So you guys...
Before they head off, the "Are you okay?" it says, "I will stay here at the ship," and then walks onto the ship, goes invisible, and comes back off to follow them.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no one would know to look for you. So yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, you can easily follow them. He basically leads you up to a lift, and he enters a code to get to the cordoned off areas. And he takes you right up to the second highest floor. He says, "The Admiral's on this floor. Good friend. I think he's 3 offices down. If he's not there, just wait outside for him." Do you all get off the lift?
Yeah. Before I do, I'll hold the door and I'll ask. You haven't noticed anything strange about anyone around here, have you? Like a difference in behavior, even the most minor of things.
No, not really. I'd say the Vice Admiral's been in his office more than usual. Other than that, nothing really suspicious.
Okay, thank you.
He then gets back into the lift and pushes some buttons and heads to the next floor up.
Insert meme here of, have I put on weight? The elevator looks like it's heavy, and then the weight goes down. It's like, that's weird.
Well, unfortunately, there is no weight counter in this
What?
elevator.
Useless. I can't make my Metal Gear Solid memes then. What's the point?
Andrew's first major upgrade for the ship. Install a weight counter in the
I
miniature
mean, if you
elevator.
don't have a weight counter, then how do you know if there's 4 invisible people on the lift? I think there were 4.
There's just one invisible person.
No, I mean like in Metal Gear Solid thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, the simple answer is they don't. It just happens that, there's like a light that says, yes, this lift is over, like, weight limits. Please get off.
So I walk up to the Vice Admiral's door and I knock on it.
Which office do you go to?
The one, do they have plaques on the door with rank and name on?
They do not. There is a small
I'll go-
computer screen by each door,
I'll
but
go up
it
to
is
the-
currently blank.
I'll go up to the one that the Admiral mentioned to us and I'll knock on it.
And which one is that, Lawrence?
Second on the left, I believe.
Ah, you're going to the second on the left. Okay. You knock on the door, and a woman opens the door.
I'll say Vice Admiral.
No, that's 2 more down.
Thank you. I'll go 2 further down, and I'll apologise, and I'll go 2 further down and knock on the door there on the left.
You knock on the door, and there is no response.
I'll knock on the door again,
No one responds.
and I'll knock on the door again.
Nothing happens.
And I'll knock on the door again.
Your wife will will go,
I was just...
and she pulls out a small she pulls out like a small stick that seems to spin around in like certain ways, and she pulls the panel off like the locking mechanism for the door and inputs the stick.
Are these, would this be what's considered thieves' tools?
Yeah, she instantly clicks the door open.
Interesting.
She then takes her little slicing stick back and clicks the panel back into place.
I'll ask her if she's got, if she can possibly get me a set.
I only have the one. Sorry, love.
No, no, just later down the line. That's okay.
Okay. She then, like, courteously gestures for you to enter.
I'll bow my head slightly and enter the room.
She then goes, who says chivalry's dead? I'm being chivalrous every day.
I'll laugh slightly.
Uh,
The robot outside. Floating past the window, we see the robot.
Always watching.
always watching.
It's HAL
yeah.
9000.
She's immediately going to start investigating.
Yeah,
Try and look for this tablet.
I'll do the same.
I will also.
Yeah.
Roll
She's like the-
investigation.
She's like the cat and I'm like Lister.
Andrew?
I was really struggling to find the word investigation.
Yeah, I mean, she opens a drawer that contains like the data pad essentially. And Andrew, at the exact same moment, or 1 moment later, notices the data pad in an open drawer. Lawrence is too busy looking at a completely different cabinet.
see anything in the cabinet that I'm looking in?
It's a lot of papers and files.
I'll take them all.
Okay. Add obscure files to your inventory. You can take the time to read through them later.
How much do they weigh?
Your wife, Amaya, immediately picks up the data pad. You have about 20 pounds of files. You
Okay.
do not have a backpack because you sold it to the dude, so you just have to carry them in your arms.
Yep, that's fine.
I suggest that I take the tablet in case we're searched on the way out.
Both of you go, as you hear a voice, come from nowhere, asking to take the tablet. Amaya's gonna put two and two together, and hands the tablet to Thin Air.
And then it vanishes. And
Then
Mayor's
it
like,
vanishes.
God, I hope he doesn't have the gun pointed at me.
Yeah. Then I need to roll this. Ah, good. What's your passives, both of you? Passive perception?
Strong 11.
11. Ah, okay. Good, 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 good.
Uh,
Neither of you notice. You all head out of the office, having claimed everything that seems of value, to be honest.
A pad and paper.
Hmm?
Yeah.
What do you want to do now?
Get the lift back down to the ship. Actually, no. Get the ship. Get the lift back down to on crew.
You go to the bottom floor. Got it.
To find our new friends.
As you go to the lift, it opens, and some lightly armored people burst through and go, "You're under arrest for breaking into the Vice Admiral's office."
Can I throw the documents at them?
Roll initiative.
Oh, 1 second. Yeah, change my initiative thing. It should be 9.
I am not going to roll initiative. Because I'm going to not join in.
Ah, you're not joining in. Okay.
Yeah, because to join in I'd have to drop the invisibility. If I don't, and they do get arrested, I can still help them.
Very well.
If it turns into they're about to die, that's different. But these being like actual official military type people, they're less likely to want to murder.
Oh, then they're not coming. They're definitely just here to arrest
Yeah.
you guys, not murder you guys. Uh,
I've blown off enough arms for today. Well,
it's now gonna be.
wait a minute. It's a new day.
It's Lawrence's wife to go first. You're right. It is a new day. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
That means I can blast off more arms.
She will immediately use the ultimate technique. And that's it. There we go. She will pull out a drink and swig it. Now to see what happens. Oh, excellent. One moment. And I need to check something. Yep, she'll basically barge her way into an office and drink something.
Okay.
You all lose track of her, basically, because she closes the door behind her. Lawrence, what would you like to do? Oh no, actually no, it's the guards now. Who have all set their blasters to stun. It's time for them to roll to
Let
crush
let's
the only target in the room.
let's hope that they
Lawrence.
miss my armor class of question mark.
Yes, because you don't know your armor class. Now, to see if they roll and hit your armor class, because each of them, and they have a plus that to hit. They attack that many times. Okay. Lawrence, you now know that your AC is higher than 15, but lower than 22. So it's somewhere in between there.
Okay, so higher than 15 but lower than 22.
As the first guard shoots you once and deal Mm, 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 mm. Yes, 17 damage to you.
17.
Yes, 17.
I'm unconscious.
Ah, good. The stunning laser works. Initiative, I'm gonna say at this point, basically ends because another guard goes up to you and essentially class, like, basically puts two rings around your wrists, and your wrists are then magnetically pulled behind your back
Okay.
as you're unable to separate them. They're then going to see if they can stabilize you. And I'm just gonna keep on trying. Ah, yes. You are stabilized. The fourth one comes over and, like, patches you up. Stops the bleeding. Oh, actually, no, you're not. You weren't dying because they did non-lethal. So, yeah, you're right, never
Yeah,
mind.
there was... What was it, that one guy? Yeah, set a stun. Wait. Oh, shit, that's the other one. Oops.
That's the... that's the other button. But no, they just pick your unconscious body up. And then three of them burst into the room looking for your wife.
Okay.
But can't, and they emerge, but they don't have the wife with them.
Right.
Uh, Andrew, you see the lead one says, "Fan out and search the area." And they start going office by office, searching for Lawrence's wife.
Cool.
And, like, human woman with, like, medium length black hair emerges from the office that your wife, like, had ran into and says, "I hope you find that maniac. She jumped into my office, then jumped out the window. I think she crawled along into one of the other offices." Uh, what are you... Lawrence gets taken to the elevator. The medium-length haired woman also gets in the elevator with them because she's just going down. Andrew, what do you want to do? You're standing invisible.
Same elevator.
Okay.
Yeah.
The elevator closes. There is one guard with Lawrence's unconscious body. He's just holding them.
No, I wouldn't ask because I wouldn't know.
And... Excellent. So the medium-length haired woman immediately pulls a knife out of her, It's weird. It looks like it emerges from above where her arm is, but shouldn't, but it does. And stabs the guard in the side. And hurts him a bit. And they are both going to roll initiative.
Okay, it's only us in here, right?
Yes, it's just you, a guard, and this woman.
Excellent. I'll join in
was-
then.
Stabbing the guard. All of you need to roll initiative.
Yes. Yes, the excellent.
Nine.
Lawrence, you don't, because you're unconscious. It's you first, Andrew. What are you gonna do?
Pew pew pew. Two quite bad pews.
I mean, the 22 hits.
Does it hit it?
It hits because he turned off his personal shield because he thought he was leaving the danger.
Fair. 13.
Yeah, you blast him right in the back. It's then going to be this medium-length haired woman to try and stab him again. And... oh, actually, no, she has 2 of those. That's nice.
If she has 2, that
And
means that she should have been able to do 2 before.
She should have. But it's not relevant because... he is... He's not down, he just looks weird to you. He looks like he's very sick now.
Ah.
Anyway, it's now him, who'll quickly be scrambling to turn his personal shield back on. He then drops the prisoner and pulls his weapon out. Well, actually goes to, but can't because he's out of actions. Andrew! God damn!
Fuck me!
Okay!
What's wrong with this character?
Okay, so the first 2 attacks take out all of his shielding that he just turned back on. And his shield thing short circuits. And then the final one hits him. And... are you dealing non-lethal? Are you stunning him? Or are you just blasting his face off?
What a stupid question. You think that this character values human life?
Got it. So, yeah, you just... kill this guy. You just straight up kill this guy.
At no point was I told to not kill. I killed someone yesterday and was not told to not kill.
With all of those crits, Jesus, the number of crits you keep rolling is absurd. Why are you rolling like a god today?
I shoot him, it fires, it blasts his arm off so hard, he punches himself in the head and it snaps his neck.
Nah. At this point, what you did was you blasted his personal shield pack with your first shot to disable it. Your second shot completely destroyed it. And third shot, you just put your gun directly into his mouth and fired.
Ah, so there's like a nice one of those blood splatter things around Lawrence's wife.
Yes. The woman then reveals that she is indeed Lawrence's wife,
I am shocked.
affected by an alter self potion. And then she will cast Cure Wounds on Lawrence.
Zip Zoop back invisible.
Lawrence, you regain 17 hit points.
17 hit points. That's me back to max.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much more hit points you've got than me. Really cheers me up.
I've got 12 hit points.
So are you guys going to change the destination to go to the lower floors to pick up your gang of evil people?
Yes.
And in the meantime, you'll have time to read that report if Andrew decloaks.
I can, like, hand it.
Okay, fair enough. It basically just explains that... right, I think the next target we should do is if we can, like... I can definitely get the It basically says, from his perspective, I can get the Admiral alone. That'll be the perfect chance to get a little tadpole in his brain. I can probably do it in the lift. I can knock him out. Get a tadpole in there.
Wait. We're turning people into mind flayers?
That's what the report says
Oh.
on the data pad.
Right. Yeah, so...
It
you
also
think we should go-
includes it also includes a set of coordinates
Right.
that are relatively near the station. They're in a like little yeah, they're just some coordinates. Presumably it's the meeting place where he delivers his report.
So, what are we doing now? Are we going to meet our friends? Are we going to...
Yes, where would you like to go? Are you going to meet your drug empire, or are you going to go to the ship?
Drug Empire first.
Right.
Okay.
You head back, and there's about roughly 12-ish people who are all waiting for you guys. There's the old guy, the 4 dudes that you had before, and there's just a bunch of people that you don't recognize that are all here. And they essentially announce you as, this is the new boss, gesturing to the robot.
Hello.
He obliterated the old boss and reclaimed his lucky jacket, thus marking him as the new boss. And look at how generous he is. He even gave all the boss's treasure to make his recruits a new arm. He's the most caring boss we've ever had. Boss, what would you like us to do with all this product?
What's it do?
It's I mean we have a lot of stuff. We have guns, and drugs.
Cool.
And
Oh,
some
I know
grenades.
drugs. They make humans happy and unhappy. Excellent.
Yes, we have many of those. What should we do?
Sell more. Also, turns out you were right. Mind flares.
I was.
Yes.
I knew I was right.
It like turns to the other one who's nasty to him, points, and you doubted him.
He takes the data pad if you're willing to give it to him.
Yeah.
He then says, I gotta tell my brother about this. He was such a fucking asshole. Uh, he then basically like starts writing an email and links the data on the data pad and sends it to his brother. I'd follow you guys to the ends of the earth.
Excellent. Want to join our crew? You can make drugs on the ship.
Yeah?
Yes.
Everybody seems pretty keen to try and join your crew, because you're the boss.
The more the merrier.
Yeah! Which ship's your ship? Should we start moving the stuff over there?
The
It's
giant,
the twin-shaped one.
the giant Thomas the Tank Engine.
Nice. They all start packing stuff up and going, like, over there. Then, are you gonna make your way over to the ship now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, when you make your way over there, just as everybody's finished putting the first, like, lot of crates and equipment down, the Admiral turns up.
Admiral Blucher.
He says, oh, you guys are here. That's interesting. And he goes... He has a very disappointed look on his face, and he goes, right, I guess you're not the disappointment you were. And he walks over to the old guy with the now really swanky arm. And he goes, you were right, he was a mind flare. He was tadpoled. What can you do?
Ah, you told
And
him. I was going to email him.
And he gives him a hug. Well, yeah, of course I'd tell my brother.
I didn't realize you were brothers.
Well, yeah. Things are roundabouts. Anyway, for helping me with this job, Captain, I'd be willing to give you 50 credits.
How about 100? It was quite difficult.
I will give you 50 credits. He hands Andrew the the robot 50 credits.
Excellent.
And then
Send them to my PayPal.
Then he begins marching off to go collect more equipment with the rest of your people. And the Admiral goes, thank you for helping. You've more than you actually could know in getting us this information. You've stopped a mind flare incursion. They happen every so often. They're quite annoying.
I'll ask, do you have any spare weapons and ammunition going?
In exchange for you guys defeating this problem, I'd be willing to fully upgrade one of your ship systems.
I'll turn to my wife, Mr. McDonald.
Yeah, he's just there.
Are you okay? And anyone else who's interested? Which system would you like upgraded?
Ooh, that is a good question. Give me, Joseph, a quick rundown again of the systems.
You have... Okay, you can also get your ship modified. There is the Dex mod, which increases, like, how much AC your ship has. Basically, it just means that your ship's more maneuverable in space. There's the weapons modification, which puts more weapons platforms on your ship. You can get perfected armor working, which basically just means that your ship is designed to be sturdier and stuff. Like, the iron is shaped better to better disperse any weapon damage. You can max out your shields to get a shit ton of shield layers. There's also you can get a much better targeting computer. Or you can put like automatic onto any kind of ship weapon except beam.
So what do you guys think?
Or you can make your engine essentially incredibly efficient.
Incredibly efficient hamster engine?
Yes, you can also get an incredibly efficient hamster engine if you want.
Well, that's my vote. Probably the worst thing to vote for, but that's my vote.
It is indeed perhaps the worst thing to vote for. You could have a fully upgraded Magi engine, which is so much better. But yes, you could...
I'll vote for the Magi engines, the maxed out ones.
The Admiral recommends shielding.
I was thinking
Oh.
shielding, but I
I'll swap
I still
this-
don't quite understand yet the difference between each of the things.
I'll swap to shielding then.
Or, he says, I'd be willing to install a small antimatter cannon for you guys.
That sounds good. Antimatter's cool.
I'll stick with shielding, thank you.
Fair enough. I'll have
Antimatter-
the engineers get you fully. I'll have the engineers get you up to 6 layers of shields pronto.
I'll we might I think shielding might be more useful to us at the moment. So
Are you guys all in agreement? Shielding?
Sure.
Both of you? Shielding, okay. He calls the engineers over and says, I want top of the line shield generators on this thing. And they're like, oh, fine. Just spent all night and all day working on it yesterday, may as well put in another hour. You see the engineers basically taking out your old shield system and putting in a brand new, much fancier looking one.
It looks very out of place on the ship because it looks good quality.
It looks so much better quality than the rest of your ship, it's untrue.
it's like putting like top of the line brakes on like a Renault Clio, like 20 years old.
You've taken like a middle of the range car and you've given it the best wheels in like existence.
Ah, the
That's
best
what you've done
wheels
here.
on my Robin Reliant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yes, they quickly get to work. The originally like gangsters turned space pirates are now smuggling cargo onto the ship.
I mean, is it smuggling when they've got permission?
They don't have... I mean, the cargo is very much illegal. It's just in generic boxes, so nobody's like, you know... Mm-mm.
So you mean they're smuggling against everyone other than us?
I mean, they're smuggling against the Admiral, definitely.
Yeah.
And all the people in the hangar.
Because I've given them full permission.
Yes. They're not exactly... You know, you guys clearly know what the contents of the boxes is. They're putting weapons, ammo, drugs... Like, you know, most things that are useful for a gang on the ship. Like supplies of food, things like that.
In fact, I just realised these are the first people that the robot has welcomed onto the ship. And they're horrifying criminals.
Yes, you have invited horrifying criminals onto the ship. Ooh, that reminds me, I need to do a roll.
I will ask the Admiral if he's got any spare weapons and armor lying around that he'd be willing to get rid of.
And no one notices. Good. The Admiral says, yeah, I can hook you up with a weapon. He, like, hands you a normal laser rifle.
Does it require ammunition?
Yeah? It's not like a fancy one.
Do you have any ammunition? I inquire.
Not on me. Well, except for my pistol. But that's my ammo.
Okay. Thank you.
Well,
I take,
enjoy
I
your
take the rifle.
enjoy your flight.
Thank you. I take the rifle.
Uh, yous all get loaded up. What positions would you like to assume on the ship?
I'll take weapons.
And I will, as discussed with you, take pilot.
Okie dokie. The rest of the crew will funnel and try and fill all the other jobs best they can. Except your wife will be the engineer and the doctor. Because she has both medical training and she knows how engines work. And was the engineer on her old ship. Ronald
Yeah.
will be taking the job of entertainer.
And chef.
Yeah, and chef, to be honest. And your ship begins to lift off. And as you're pulling away, would you all like to make perception checks?
Very good. That shouldn't be advantage.
Ah, Lawrence, you're the only one who sees this. As you're pulling away from the station, you see the Admiral waving you off, and his head explodes.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
upset I didn't see that.
Shit.
A disturbance in the force.
And Andrew didn't see it, so he's just flying off.
And then over the
I've got
speakers, do 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 loo 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 loo
I got a bad feeling about this.
do 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 do.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
As crowds are gathering around the Admiral, do 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 do.
I'll
Oh,
say to my wife, I've just seen quite the spectacle back there.
oh really? What happened?
Oh, just the small amount of precipitation.
Did some water? It was raining?
Raining blood.
Oh, whose blood?
The Admiral's blood. I whisper to her.
Okay. Well,
I'll hug her and I'll say, nice job.
she goes, no trouble. Andrew, I'd like you to make me a perception check.
Oh, but I'm just gonna feel it.
And I'm gonna have Ronald make one too.
Oh,
But roll it nonetheless.
Character sheet not wanting to load.
Ronald sees nothing.
Aha.
Does one of the random crew members see this?
Oh,
Oh, Andrew, you actually do. Good.
good boy.
Andrew. As Lawrence is embracing his wife in a hug, you see his wife flipping one of the miniature bombs that you gave her, and you can see she's like smiling sinisterly. Because you can clearly see that she only has one of the bombs left.
Oh well, that's probably fine. Must have dropped it. She's in a good mood. I'm happy about this.
Anyway,
Oh,
Lawrence, as...
For a second, I thought you were going to say, and she sticks it onto the back of my neck.
I was thinking that as well.
No. She's more just happy that, her test run worked. So as the hug embraces, she like clutches the bomb in her fist and like casually slips it into her pocket. You don't see her do this.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Ah, what a shame."
A true tragedy.
Uh,
So where to next, gang?
some of the criminals say, "There's an illegal race we could take part in."
What's it called? The
It's like,
Castle Run?
no, that's not it's not an illegal race.
That's a place, technically.
It's like a smuggler's route.
Yeah, it's a route within a place with a thing.
It is a planet as well, but
Yeah, it is a place within a planet.
but they say there's a race around the Oort belt of this system. It's great. Top prize is 10,000 credits. Although some of the other ones are more interested going in to another planet called Hitali, which is a gangster's, which is basically like it's Space Vegas is what it is. It's full of casinos and gambling. It's great. Drunk. It's great.
I've got a place that we could go to.
Other than that, Andrew, there's always your planet if you want to go there.
I am gauging the people first. Want to make sure they're all
Where do you want to go, Lawrence?
useful.
Barcelona.
Yes, there is Barcelona. You can go there.
Barcelona.
And Lawrence's wife wants to go to a planet called Telor.
Hello, sounds good.
It's really nice. She says it's a very fun planet.
What do you guys think? Raistlin Tello? Raistlin Barcelona?
Andrew, what's your take?
Just point me in a direction.
Tello then race? Barcelona then race?
The majority of the crew seems to want to head to the race.
Race
Let's
it
go
is.
to the race and then decide from there.
Right,
And
right. Well, I think that's a good place to end the session off, and we'll start next time with one of your first ship combats.
Ooh.
And as we ride off into the space sunset, we all listen to the song that I've posted in the chat.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the session.
No, not that song. Any song but that song.
How did you guys like it?
It was fucking great.
I cannot believe
I got 6
You
nat
became-
20s.
I can't believe you got 6 nat 20. To be honest, there was like no way you were getting... Like, I didn't think in my wildest dreams that you were going to become like kingpin of this drug empire.
I mean, either did I?
But I was like, yeah, but 3 nat 20s in a row. I gotta give him something cooler than just, he shot the guy.
Hey, that solved the issue of needing to find a crew.
That's true. I was like, well, it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone.
We didn't really intend for them to be drug people, but,
Yeah,
the universe
I
throws
thought you
some
guys...
fastballs at you.
I thought you guys were just gonna, like, like, go find some randos, hire them, like take them on board, do your stuff. But no, now you've literally become the space mafia. That's what you are now.
It's worth noting that between the two,
Also,
between
Lawrence's
us
wife
three,
is an admiral killing murderer for reasons. Always
it's worth
fun.
noting that we rolled 12 nat 20s that session.
Yeah, it was
That's
quite a lot.
true.
A
In
shocking number.
total, we rolled between us in that one session. We rolled 12 nat 20s.
That is an absurd number of nat 20s that you guys rolled. You
All-
guys just
all for 12 nat
slaughtered
1s
those
next
gods.
week.
You guys just slaughtered those gods. Also, you have an excellent ship because you did that side quest that was meant to be pretty difficult. But, nah. The main problem was, like, most of the party could just be invisible.
I mean,
Or,
being
like, otherwise avoid the combat.
invisible, pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, generally you guys just did really well. As also, like, you never even met the Vice Admiral. Which was entirely a thing that could have happened. He was gonna try and convince you that that guy was insane. And tell you that he was the crazy Admiral's brother who got, like, kicked out of their family and pay you some money just to, like, go away. And, like, take him out. But no, you totally got him. Like, he just, he got arrested because you never encountered him because, like, I mean, Lawrence would have if he got fully arrested, but he didn't. So, I guess that all just works out.
Space rabies.
Yeah,
That's me.
I mean, you've definitely... I mean, to be honest, like, there weren't really many ways that that station was gonna go extremely well. Like, either crime lords would have ruled it, or, like, mind flares were gonna take over it. But honestly, you guys sort of did the best of everything. You took away the big crime lords, and the only crime lord that's left is relatively weak because they just got, like, you know, they just had their entire power base crushed by the new ones who just came in, which means the police will have an easy time dealing with them. And you guys dealt with the Mind Flare invasion.
Yep, we're the
Oh, yeah.
good guys, somehow.
I mean, you definitely made it better for the station's outcome. Oh yeah, you guys also have the option of flying to those coordinates that you saw on the datapad.
That sounds
Can we swap?
dangerous.
But I want to go anyway. I would ask the crew and everyone if they wanted to go or not. To those
Your wife
coordinates.
seems pretty interested. The majority of the crew would rather still race. But some of them are, like, like, one or two of them are interested, but most of them are just after money. Because they're, you know, mobsters.
There
But
might
are
be
willing
gold.
to... But they are completely willing to listen to whatever Andrew has to say.
Well, we can
'Cause
get,
he is the
we
boss.
we can get the money, upgrade the ship a bit more, and then head to those coordinates.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's fuck up some mind flares. Oh, and yeah, I intended for also that was meant to take a couple more sessions than I initially intended. So you're both level 3 now.
Whoop-ah!
Okay.
Guess how much my HP is now, Lawrence?
Is it? Are you dead?
No, I am still on 1.
Oh,
I thought you guys would have taken longer to unravel the whole mind flare conspiracy thing that was happening.
Nope, broke in, stole the pad, left, shot a guy in the head.
Like, there were gonna be more side quests, but you fucking like the other problem was you killed and became the mob boss, which meant that the guy who was gonna send you on like a couple of smaller missions to like see if he trusted you or not and like get you some extra like money, you just were his boss, so he couldn't exactly like say, nah, I need to trust you first.